Hey, what's up? Hey, I thought I'd be able to play the video. I didn't realize his videos automatically go to private. But I wanted to talk about that what happened earlier with SA Ecstasy Prez. He flicked off a cop and she pulled him over in retaliation, and all she did was try to get him to sign a warning, and he went off on her big time. I wanted to play the video, but I'm gonna text him and see if he'll link it to me for anyone that didn't see it. And these OKC, man, they legalized that in New York like 20 years ago. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, CC. Hey, CC, if you want to call me and talk about it, talk about the legalities of it or whatever, we could talk about it on live. Well, I figured it didn't hurt to ask him, but, a lot of people wonder about this situations like that, the legality of it and whatnot. But I was just like, it killed me because they wasted stopping him off and all that. And they didn't even try to force him to sign it. He asked if he would get arrested. They said no. So he said no, he's not signing it, and that was the end of it. All right. Well, Angel for Animals, I understand that. I mean, I get it. But, I have no right to tell anybody what to do. I mean, to each their own. Todd's had to deal with a lot of crap from cops over the years, so you got to kind of take that into consideration. I mean, he went off on the cop and her supervisor, and they didn't do anything. So it's kind of like, how is it legal to stop him for just flipping him off, but yet he could curse them out to high hell, and they did nothing? Isn't that kind of a bit of an oxymoron there? That made no sense. They kind of shot themselves in the foot on that one. Hey, monkey. Really? Okay, see, damn, I didn't realize they were that far behind the times. Yeah, well, that's right. See, that's what I figured is, they pull him over, and I guess they had said disorderly conduct or something of the sort because he asked him if cursing them out was disorderly conduct, and they said no. So, but either way, they tried to give him a written warning. Hey, Mini Garden Alice. But they tried to give him a written warning and tried to get him to sign it, but yet did nothing about him cursing them out right to their face. Yeah, Invictus, that's what I figured. It's just, they really shot themselves in the foot on that one. Yep. Hey, watching New York. I know, like I said, I get it. A lot of people don't agree with, flicking off cops or whatever. It's a to each their own thing. I mean, you do what you're gonna do, no matter what I say, so doesn't matter. But Todd's done audits where he's been completely silent and still got treated bad. His first ever video period was was when he went through a checkpoint and they basically threatened to break his window and drag him out of the truck if he didn't comply and get out and ID. And he was in his boss's work truck. Wow, I never saw Jeff Gray do that. But then again, I know I haven't caught up on every single one of his videos. Hey, Blue Ghost, long time, man. I know you've been bobbing in and out. Earlier, watching New York, SA Ecstasy Prez was driving somewhere, flipped off a cop, so she took it upon herself to pull him over. Now, in the process of pulling him over and speaking to him, her supervisor was there, and Todd basically cursed them both out to high hell, and they did nothing about it. They tried to give him a written warning for flicking him off, but yet did nothing about him verbally cursing them out. So, they're like CC said, they're screwed. I mean, that's a contradiction. They shot themselves in the foot on live stream. Yeah, that's what it is. But that was the dumbest thing. I mean, and he even said, my attorney's going to have a field day with you," which is true. No matter how much anyone agrees with it, it is legal. So, and I guess in breaking news, Oklahoma now allows women to go topless. It's funny, when they made it legal here in New York State, women fought hard. They did them, burning bras protests and all that. But after they made it legal, it's like you never saw women do it. And all this time it's been legal, like 20 years now. I've seen 2 women go topless in 20 years. That's not what he wants, Angel. If that was what he wants, he could have done that a million times over by now. Todd is about changing laws. That's why he's so pursuing on the almost park thing and whatnot, is making sure laws and policies and all that get updated and changed for the better. Well, I don't know if he has the money or not, but either way, I hope, that was wrong. That Cotton, I mean, whether we agree with what he did or not, he had every right to. So the cops had no right to pull him over for it. As while we were in there, Pink Camera Magic and Southside Slackers showed up, and they were talking about going auditing out there. So who knows? Maybe next weekend we'll see some audits from out there. Well, Angel, that's not necessarily true because he's flipped off many cops who did nothing, did absolutely nothing because they knew they couldn't. They had no legal standing. Batman. But, he has flipped off many cops and they did absolutely nothing. So you can't necessarily say that he knew they would pull him over for it. Well, Walter, my magic carpet is in the shop right now, so kind of hard to go auditing when I'm the only one in a city of 1 million people that is involved in this actively and want to go out auditing. I don't have a vehicle. There's no public transportation near me, and I don't have the money for Ubers. I didn't lie. You could sit there talking that crap all you want. I can't magically fly out to a site to go auditing. So, you give me the money for a gypsy taxi, I'll happily go out auditing. Absolutely. Gypsy taxis on average cost $25 each way. I'm trying to sell knives. You want to buy one? I've been trying to sell them. At least I have gone auditing, I can say that I may have only done a few, but I've done them. So, Walter, it's funny. You talk so much smack, yet you're sitting here watching my live stream and you watch my videos. So, kind of funny how that works. Thanks for the views, though. Hey, PJs. Hey, HPR. Oh, yeah, OKC? Never committed larceny, so no worries. It's amazing how dumb people are. Oh, I'm sure he is, CC. Just trying to get a rise. No biggie. I love when people say, well, sell some knives. Hey, I'm trying to sell them. Buy one. Hell. Yep, Blue Ghost. I'm used to it, man. No biggie. Their views still count. You'd be surprised how many people go and rewatch my videos 100 times just to leave a comment. It's like the views still count. Angel for animals. Probably not. Wow, that's just stupid, Ben. Another stupid thing. People make comments about my legal past as if I've ever hid it. That's just dumb. I paid the piper, so I won't be no one's alibi for that, Angel. And you can think that all you want, man. Personally, I think it takes me entirely too long to make one. Batman. Hey, MIB, what's up, brother? Next will come the e-bagging comments. Oh, I'm such an e-bagger. Even though I'm trying to, actually earn money with work I've done, but hey, if anybody wants to donate to me, please do. I sure can use it. Appreciate that, Miko. Yeah, same here, man. Might be. Kinda got a lull right now. Mom's watching her shows, so figured why not. No, that you don't have to do that one. Angel is fine. I do nothing but eBay, yet I try to earn money through work I've done. Wow. You're real intelligent there, Ben. He's just mad, CC, because nobody subscribed to his channel. Oh yeah, what you been watching? I've been watching on my phone the Great British Baking Show. I know, funny, but Remo, probably because he has nothing intelligent to say about the topic. Kind of like I love the ones that leave me comments that are like, "Oh, you carry a nitro bottle for your heart, but you still smoke." It's like, oh my god, gee, thanks. I didn't know smoking was bad for me. I've only been trying to quit for over 20 years. Oh, I love the 100. There you go. I'll give Ben some fodder. If anybody wants to donate, help out, I could really use it. There you go, I eBay. Hey, Spit Shine. I'm guessing not to be confused with Spitshine 69 out of Britain. Yeah, Blue Gloves, I'll be 40. Getting old, man. 40 going on 80. Hey, Fast, what's up, bro? Hey, old woman. Nah, I tried Chantix. That shit made me crazy. Gave me all kinds of crazy weird, vivid dreams and shit. I know it works for a lot of people. I know quite a few people it worked for. But I'm on so many medications that it just interacted wrong. Fast. No, 40 ain't far off from 50, man. You know as well as I do, once you hit like 30, it doesn't matter whether you're turning 40 or 50. It's all the same. Yeah, see, old women, I'm worried that, like, I'm gonna actually, sleepwalk and act out one of those crazy dreams. So, yeah, I'd rather not have to go through that. All right, Western New York, man. See ya. I really would love to go out auditing, guys. I wish I had somebody to go with me. I just have no way to get there, and I certainly have nobody to help me. If I get hemmed up, there's nobody. Yeah, Batman, I know that feeling. Yep, you too, man. But for anybody that just walked in, we were talking about when SAXC Prez got pulled over earlier for flicking off a cop. They tried to give him a written warning for flicking him off, but did nothing when he cursed him out. So that should turn out real interesting in court. Remo, I won't do a post office audit. I personally don't agree with them. First, man, for flicking the lady off. And there is nowhere within walking distance of me. The closest municipal building is at least 5 miles away. With my heart and all that, I just can't walk it like that anymore. To each their own. I just personally don't agree with auditing post offices. That's kind of like beating a dead horse now. So many have been audited. We all know the laws now. We all know Poster 7. We all know the DHS memo. Yeah, well, yeah, Sean, but that's just it. It's kind of like, what's the point? We already know. Personally, I want to see more audits done on a higher governmental level. Like state capitol buildings and whatnot. Remo, none near me. None that are willing to go auditing. There are a few people here, but they're all like wheelchair bound or just not interested in being an active auditor. Yeah, I know, Fast. Yeah, I would love to see people go to the higher level. I want, hey, Tunis. I want to see, or do, I mean, for me, I can't, like, the state capital's in Albany, 300 miles away. So, but I would love to see even, I don't know, any type of higher level government offices, senator buildings, senator, like we got governor office about 10 miles from me for when he's in this area. I would love to see that or do that. You can't do the White House. People have tried to film out there. It's funny. You can be a tourist and take pictures and all that. But I've seen videos of people trying to film outside the White House, and like they're swarmed in it like real quick and forced away. It was Carolina. Have you called them and asked why? I know, like James Freeman's was shut down, and he had to fight to get it back. I went to a similar issue. Yeah, Blue Ghost, that would be great. Imagine how that would turn out. Yeah, Michigan Mister, that would be great. But, it's going to take a lot more than the few of us that have tried to do our part. I've tried to bring as much attention to it as I could. Some of my border checkpoint videos have gotten tens of thousands of views. He's out. What do you mean, old woman? I'm not familiar with Minnesota Guardian. Oh, really? Oh, well, I didn't know Fast. I know. I don't know. If Fast was also needed help with getting to court. If anybody could help him. So MG is basically a wannabe YouTuber. Hey, Chris H, long time. How you been, man? Of course, Chris H walks in just as I'm like e-begging for help. Sorry, man, didn't mean it. I tried to, Remo. All right, Fast. Do you mind if I call you by your first name, Fast, or do you prefer Fast? Kind of habit now. I've known you so long by your real name. Yeah, I do not support the wannabe YouTubers. I just won't. If you want to be a YouTuber, do something else, like skill related. Like I try to do hobby videos, knife making videos, things like that. But I'm not going to be an auditor YouTuber. Obviously, I mean, I've been doing this for years, and my channel is still smaller than almost every other person that's been doing it as long. Oh, okay, Chris. Yeah, we were talking about SA Ecstasy Prez got pulled over earlier for flicking off a cop. That and me e-begging. So, between the two, that's pretty much it. That and random chat. Auditing doesn't suck. Auditing done properly can be very beneficial. Look at Sean Fast. He actually got policy changed as a result of his court case. He refused to just accept a settlement and walk away. He demanded that policy be changed as a part of the settlement agreement. But that was done, because of auditing. I've only watched it in passing, old woman. I'm not very familiar with the case. I know it's a murder case. That's about it. I always end up catching it when there's really not much going on. Oh, okay. That's her. Yeah, I know that one. I didn't realize that was her. I know they streaming the trial on YouTube. Embrace purple. What the heck does that mean? Do I even want to know? Oh, Vikings? Is that what that's supposed to mean? Oh, I didn't know that, Shy Town. I thought they were talking about the Minnesota Vikings or something. Shows what I know. Blue Ghost, his videos are automatically set to go private once he stops streaming. And in this case, it's a good idea because it's evidence for court. Because that's definitely something that should be taken to court, if only to get the policy changed. because she had no right to pull him over. Whether we agree with him flicking cops off or not, he has every right to do it. You know, what kills me when they go off on cops though is fast. When he's one of those people that he's respectful until disrespected. But when he's disrespected, holy crap. Hey, James Jacobson. Yeah, well, Tunis, they tried to give him a written warning and get him to sign it for flicking her off while he's cursing her out, and she did nothing for him cursing her out. Imagine that. Good question, George. Well, Remo, if you mean actual U-turns, hey, Pink Camera Magic, I understand to a point. Like, I've seen people do actual U-turns instead of like a K turn or turning into a parking lot and turning around. Like in New York State, on most streets you can't do a U-turn. It's illegal. It's a ticket. But if you do a K turn or turn into a parking lot and then turn around and drive away, yeah, they have no right to pursue you. They certainly have no right to actually pull you over. Hey, Pink, how you doing? How's the weather down there? Yeah, it would be, Pink. That would definitely be great. Pull up, when you get close to it, do a K turn, see what happens. I mean, legally, you can do that, and they should not do anything. That would be the legal thing to do. They cannot do anything at all. As long as you obey all traffic laws, they can't do nothing. Suspicious behavior is not illegal. It's not probable cause. It's not reasonable, articulable suspicion. It's just suspicious. We talked about this before when I had Professor Walker on talking about mere suspicion and how cops use mere suspicion as a means of detaining people, you know, pulling them over, whatever. And it's not legal. Yeah, it got down to like 45 here last night or the night before. Which was it? One of them. It's starting to we're gonna hit daylight savings soon, but it's starting to get dark real early now. George, it'll never be a crime. They can't because it would violate too many rights. My big thing is Martinez versus Fuerte, the old 1976 or 78, that allows checkpoints to violate your fourth. That needs to go. That needs to be overturned and expunged from the record. Yeah, Pink. Like I said, even if you don't agree with Prez flicking the cop off, he has every right to. It's not illegal. You don't have to agree with it, but it's not illegal. The cop had no right to pull him over, let alone try to give him a written warning. And then she was being asked about giving him back his license. I mean, I'm a fan of the silent audit. She was just butthurt, Blue Ghost. She even they even said it wasn't illegal. Like, he literally cursed her and her supervisor out, which is far more derogatory than flicking them off. And yet they said that was illegal, or that was legal. It was not illegal, but they tried to give him a written warning for flicking her off. So they shot themselves in the foot by trying to give him a written warning that they tried to get him to sign for flicking her off, yet he cursed them out verbally and they did nothing. Angel, because my point is, if I'm standing there doing nothing illegal and a cop approaches me and I say absolutely nothing to them and they walk away, then that was perfect. They didn't need to be educated. Now, if they try to detain me or arrest me or whatever, then I'm going to say, look, you understand this is not legal. I wasn't doing anything wrong, blah, blah, blah. But my point is, in the initial point, I would prefer to be silent to see whether or not, I mean, my hope is they don't bother me at all. I stand there the whole time. Nobody comes up to me and does nothing. That's great. But if they do come up to me and I say nothing, then they should walk away. That's also great. Should they try to detain me or whatever, then okay, I would say, look, this is wrong. Yeah, exactly, Pink. There's been changes all over the country, George. Like, High Desert used to get hemmed up every single time he went out. At the very least, he was detained while they searched him and all this other stuff. He's done plenty of recent audits where they did nothing. Same with Furry. Same with James Freeman. Not only that, but you got law, Turner versus Driver. You got policy change that First Amendment strike team got in Colorado. And State Police New Jersey got policy changed across the entire state. So yeah, there's definitely been changes. But what that cop did to Todd today was an example of pure retaliation. Yeah, Chi-Town, I've been hearing a lot of that too. Furry the other day, she was actually at a police commissioner's meeting, and she made a hell of a statement. If you guys haven't seen, I don't know if it's up on her channel yet, but she made a hell of a statement. Tunis, don't forget State Police New Jersey, man. The policy changes he got is statewide. Yeah, well, when she spoke towards the end of the meeting, right after they pointed out that I don't remember what his title was, but the old guy was mouthing obscenities at the people in the audience and the people speaking. So they called him out on it. It was either right before or right after that Furry spoke. She literally made a 2-minute statement that was a hell of a statement, and she walked away. It wasn't even 2 minutes because I was watching that clock, and I actually timed it by a stopwatch on my phone. And that clock was running about 40% fast. So it was definitely a rushed clock. Well, poster segment is really nothing more than, as far as the filming perspective, an echo of the DHS memo. It's almost, they're almost verbatim as far as photography and authorized personnel and whatnot. Hey Ed, what's up? Don't say anything to get back. Why would everybody run to the bathroom mirror? Yeah, everybody do the Bloody Mary all at once will confuse her. She can't figure out where to go. I remember I was messing with my kids because they had heard the Bloody Mary story from their friends. So when they were in the bathroom one day brushing their teeth, getting ready for bed, so of course it's dark out. It was just my two oldest, but I ran in there with them and I closed the door real quick and I dimmed the light and I did Bloody Mary. My kids were screaming at me not to say it the third time. Pink. Yeah, I can actually drink a Bloody Mary now, not on probation. Remo, many have. I've tried calling myself. I always get stuck with some secretary, and they just yes me to death and then hang up. Mark Miller, UFOs are descending on the planet. We've all got 10 minutes to live. So party while you can. Blue Ghost, I wasn't aware he made an actual policy change. I know he got the settlement. All right, Chris, thanks for stopping in, man. It was good to see you there. I know you're 6 hours ahead, so pretty late there. Well, the Postmaster General makes policy. Congress makes law. Big difference. Well, yeah, it's true, Remo. I mean, I look at it now compared to like 3 and 4 years ago. Back then, it was a barely known thing. If you had a couple thousand subscribers, your channel was considered huge. Yeah, see, Pink, and even better, here in New York State, you got to have certain criteria to be a cop and take certain training. But you can bypass all that if you become a game warden first. And game warden, to become a game warden, you don't have to have barely anything, and the training is minimal. As long as you can identify migratory birds and stuff and remember when their seasons are, you can be a game warden. But if you're a game warden, you can automatically become a cop. Like literally just switch badges. Yeah, it used to be, Remo. When I was in high school, I had a class dedicated to constitutional learning. Now, I did a video with my daughter like 2 years ago, and I literally just put her on camera and asked her what she knew about the Constitution. What was the First Amendment? What was the Second Amendment? The Third Amendment? And so on. She had no idea. And she was in high school. CFW, Carolina, they don't in New York either. Game wardens are the only authority in New York State, non-federal authority in New York State, that can come in your home without a warrant. You're right on that, Tunis. Did you guys all see that video? I shared it in a post. It's on Pajamas PJ's channel. It was of a cop and his wife who called 911 because they stole some suspects' marijuana and made brownies with it, and they thought they overdosed on THC, eating too many of the brownies. So they called 911. And he admitted that he said this to the 911 operator that he stole. He was a cop, he stole it, blah, blah, blah. Imagine that. I didn't know Colorado Donkey already settled. I thought he was still working on it. I'm glad he did. He deserved it. What they did to him was wrong. Yes, Pink, absolutely. I bet you, on average, you ask a cop the 5 parts of the First Amendment, and they can't answer it. Yeah, I think I remember. I'm not sure, but I think I remember that, Pink. I know I've watched several auditors do that. Really, old woman? Did you post it on your channel? Yeah, I've been trying to teach my kids every time I get the chance to. You know what, Carolina, you're probably right. Maureen, what she did was wrong, period. She should have to pay the piper. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. She was wrong. Gonzo, Bigfoot was discovered, man. They got proof of it, man. You missed everything. We watched it all. Yeah, I would love to get back out filming again. I mean, it would suck to be doing it without Bullet SpongeBob, but I know he really wanted me to get back out there. You know, it was one of the last things we talked about before he passed, and he definitely told me if he could, he would love to have seen me get back out there. Hey, you know, this is my channel. I could use it as a commercial too, just in case anybody. Hold on, let me make sure I can see it on camera. If anybody is interested, this is a custom K bar I made. It even has a mosaic pin I made. I know that's kind of blurry, but it's honed with 10,000 grit Japanese wet sand. It's all handmade with a sheath I made for it. Might as well. Hey, DJ Gemini. Hey, Mito. Angel. You know what kills me? Pink, I don't know if you've encountered this a lot lately, but YouTube's been like demonetizing the dumbest streams. Like I could have streams where no curse words were said, nothing derogatory was talked about, nothing, and they flag it so it's only partly monetized. But yet I have other videos that are talking about people getting beat up and all that, and a bunch of people cursing in the meeting, and yet they allow that to be monetized. Well, Carolina, the biggest things that'll help is eliminating qualified immunity and forcing them to pay for their own insurance, their own liability insurance, not to be mistaken with their medical. Hey, Doug, we're talking about how women can show their boobs in Oklahoma now. Yeah, well, we already did our stream on Patrick and what we all think of him. I'm sorry, Joe. Sounds kind of personal. Yeah, freaking PewDiePie makes more money than every auditor combined. He makes more in an hour than we all make in 2 years combined. Well, it's not, the trolls have nothing to do with the video getting demonetized. Like, I had one that was manually reviewed that there was nothing wrong with it. It had like one thumbs down, and still they demonetized, well, they cut the monetization. So it was only partly monetized. Yeah, well, Remo, after what he did the other day, he certainly lost any respect I may have still had for him. Oh, yeah, that's, wow, oh, million. A million, it ain't nothing to sneeze at. I can tell you with under 4,000 subscribers, I don't make jack. If I went by ad revenue alone, I would only get paid like once or twice a year because YouTube has $100 minimum. I can't even get my super chats until I have $100 minimum. So the super chats I got the other night, I won't even get because it didn't equate to over 100 after YouTube took their percentage. It's ridiculous how much they keep. The hell? I don't have tattoos on my knuckles, so I don't know who you're talking about. He gets more than that, Tunis. He gets way more than that. You figure he puts a video out, within a week it has 20 million views. That's a slow video. 20 million views, that's easily upward over 100, 150 grand. Now, multiply that by all the videos he has that are still getting viewed. That freaking Jacksepticeye stream the other day, he got almost 300 grand in 2 hours in donations. I guess you are the real Spitshine. It's weird to see the real Spitshine saying auditing sucks. Who goes, he's still got his YouTube channel. He's almost to 110 million. Yup, Doug, he was streaming. And because he's got a large channel, millions of subscribers, but he was going to have the chick on from Game of Thrones, the dragon chick. But before she even came on his stream, he got a 200 grand. That was within like an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. No, I haven't, Remo. I'm sorry, but I don't like that PewDiePie type of humor. I tried because my kids watch him, but I just couldn't do it. Really, Remo? Interesting. See you later, Joe Blow. I prefer intellectual humor, like Eddie Izzard. He's funny as hell. His Dress to Kill special is hilarious. Remo, even though it's just a light, it would probably be considered vandalism. If I went out right now and said, vote against police corruption or whatever, and put that on a light, I'm sure I'd get in trouble for it. No, PewDiePie was not an auditor. PewDiePie is just some guy who found a niche on YouTube, and I gotta give him credit, he made it work. I know, Remo, I'm just saying that because of the message. You know, the worst law I think I'm aware of it's in Australia is the move along law. So in Australia, they can't stand on the sidewalk filming because you're not allowed to stand on the sidewalk for more than a small duration of time before you have to move along. Oh my god, I forgot his name now. Just drawing a blank. One of the guys that supports us here, he told me about it. Hey, Eyes, how you doing? Wobbly Boost. Thank you, Tunis. Yes, Wobbly Boost. Awesome guy. I can't believe I was stuttering remembering his name. I'm alive, guys. I watched that Millennial Millie when she was in Australia. She was doing a report in a predominantly Muslim neighborhood, and the cops actually forced her to leave, threatened her with arrest, just because the people were upset that she was filming there. Hit Jimmy. That would be funny. I've actually thought about making a custom lawnmower blade. Somebody asked me the other day if I could make him a custom tattoo gun bracket. You know, basically the frame for the tattoo gun. And I'm like, yeah. He said he'd email me, then never did. I think it was Freedom Fighter. Not even that, Tunis. My ad revenue for last month alone was $18. And like I said, you don't get it until you reach $100. They keep 40% of super chats and 60% of ad revenue, or vice versa, one or the other. I say that because several people earlier were, well, not on the stream, but elsewhere, were like, oh, you got a bunch of super chats the other day. And I'm like, yeah, but after YouTube kept their cut, it was only $66. So I won't get it anyways. Oh, 30, yeah, you're right. 30% is super chats, 40% of ad revenue. Sorry. I have old women, they're on my channel. I put the video of my zombie slayer, and then the video of the blade I made my son. Here's my zombie slayer for anyone that didn't see it. Look at the iridescence on there. That's cool. But this is my homemade custom zombie slayer. Super chats too, Blue Ghost. Yep, that's 2 feet of steel right there. All handmade. A mean looking blade. Even the gut hooks are all sharpened. That's just so if you get it stuck in a zombie's head, you just pull. It'll rip it right up. Yeah, right, Man in Black. I wouldn't, baseball bats are like something I would use as a last resort. All right, old woman, thanks for hanging out. But like a baseball bat, you're gonna get tired, and unless you hit really hard, you're not gonna stop them. Barbed wire didn't do anything to help. It's not like that penetrates deep. That was just for looks. God, I'll never forget the scene when he hit Glenn. The big old dent he had. Oh man, I was so mad when they killed off Glenn. Okay, well, we talked about Todd's traffic stop earlier. We talked about Bigfoot. We talked about aliens. We talked about Walking Dead. I think we've covered quite a bit of subjects this stream. Yeah, Abraham was good too. I like that actor. He's a good guy. I guess I'll throw my e-bag up one more time and then I'll call it a night. I've been up for an hour and 18 minutes. I stopped watching after they met up with the king guy with the tiger. I haven't really caught up since then. It got too much drama and too much repetitiveness. It's like you can only watch them kill so many zombies and fight with so many other groups before it's just repetitive. I did not like Sons of Anarchy myself. Not my type of show. Of course, there's always sci-fi's version of it. Z Nation. Oh, welcome back, Sean. But I was getting ready to shut it down. I mean, we talked about pretty much everything. At least with Z Nation, they like show different types of zombie. I mean, it's more corny, but they still show a lot of different types of zombies and stuff. I need to catch up on the 100, but until I have a real TV, I kind of hard to really watch. I use an old computer monitor, but it just doesn't work the same. CC. Yeah, boobies kind of lost their appeal at right around 18, 19. I mean, yeah, enjoyable, but yeah, I like Citizen Z and Z Nation. That actor is funny. Even when he was on Supernatural, he's funny. Supernatural is a great show. Many seasons, but every single one of them is a good season. Yeah, Doc is funny. No, I don't. I don't have a website. I don't have a large inventory or nothing like that. Cause kind of, I can't afford to steal to make a large inventory. I mean, there's plenty of knives I really want to make. I want to make, some kunai. I want to make my own tanto, my own katana. Hey, Pinder. Well, I've made websites before. I wrote software for decades. I know how to make websites. I don't have the need for it right now. I've only got a couple blades here right now that I can even sell. Wow, viewership just dropped. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna shut it down. I've been up for almost an hour and a half now, and we've talked about everything. So throw this in the channel one more time, and then call it a night. But I appreciate everybody hanging out here, and I hate asking, but until I could sell a knife or something, I need the help. So no shame in saying it. So I think Pinder's going to be live either later tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. He usually does a late Saturday stream. So, all right. Well, thanks for stopping in, everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging out.